Hey everyone, this is Pink Cadillac's Senior Sales Director, Sarah Shinta, and I wanted to jump on today. I'm just excited to share with you a little bit about me and also a couple of tips about team building. So, you should be really proud of yourself for being on here, first of all, and wanting to learn and grow. So, a little bit about my background. I've been in Mary Kay now for almost 11 years, which is so crazy because if you would have asked me 11 years ago, I know you probably feel this way too. I would have never thought that Mary Kay would be something that I would be involved in. I'd never even heard of Mary Kay before. I don't know if that's anyone else, but at first I actually was working full time as a healthcare administrator. I was finishing my master's degree, getting married, so there was a lot happening in my life. And when I decided to get started, at first, yes, I was getting married, so I was looking for some extra money for my wedding. But the other thing that I didn't share with a lot of people that is I struggled a lot with depression and anxiety and very low self-esteem. I never felt good enough. I never felt worthy of great things. And I always kept that on the inside. So that was really the main reason that I joined Mary Kay because I went to a party and like a lot of us have, and I met this woman. She inspired me so much. She had earned the use of a Mary Kay car, which was all shiny and out front. And meanwhile, I had this really big car payment that I couldn't really afford. And also, she was making a six-figure income, and she had used to be a teacher. But what inspired me the most was not her money, it was not her cars. It was just how happy she was and how positive. And I looked around the room and everybody was smiling and happy and having fun. And I was like, you know what? I don't know anything about makeup or skincare or Mary Kay, but I do know that I want to be happy and I want to feel this way. I felt alive in a way that I had not felt in a long, long time. It was at the point where I had just given up on my dreams. I didn't think they were possible anymore until I met this woman. And I felt just on fire. I said, you know what? I don't know what I have to do, but sign me up because I want to be a part of this. And I felt like if I could make someone else feel the way I'm feeling right now, that's going to help me too on the inside. When we help someone else with whatever they're going through, it just makes us feel so much better on the inside. So that's really why I decided to get started with Mary Kay, and I actually earned the use of my first Mary Kay career car after about 4 months, as well as becoming a sales director right around the same exact time. So that was while working and going to school and getting married. And, it can totally happen if you decide that. But now, of course, my life is much different, having children and just, well, I don't work in healthcare anymore. Haven't for about 9 years now. So I love that freedom that I get to experience. And I would love everyone to experience what I have. So I want to share a couple of tips on team building. I feel like some of my strengths are with growing my team. And I want to share with you, I have been on the court of sharing for 6 years in a row now. And I want to share one of the things that really, really, I think helps with the recruiting is sharing from the heart and not being afraid to be vulnerable. For many, many years, pretty much my whole life, I held people this far. I had a wall up. I didn't want to let people in. And God was like, no, you need to let people in. You need to share. You need to use that pain as your purpose. So, your I story, sharing that I story right in the beginning of your party, and I do share a lot of what I share with you ladies. I share at my parties. I let them know that I went through this. And I ask them, have you ever felt like that? Or I don't know if you are feeling this way now. Just bringing them in and having them start to think about, the pain that's in their life, and how Mary Kay could be an answer to whatever it is that they are going through. So we want to tie them in to our story and get down on an emotional level with whoever it is that we're in front of them. Because we could share the facts about Mary Kay all day long, but if we're not making an impact on them emotionally, on their heart, they're not going to make that decision right away. So I love at my parties that I can just have them make a decision on the spot. So, one of the things that I do, I always start with sharing my heartfelt I story, kind of like I shared with you. And in throughout my parties, I like to weave in maybe some stories of Mary Kay Ash, or what Mary Kay's done for me or other people that I know. So, learn the stories of other Mary Kay people if you don't have any wins for yourself just yet. Maybe you're just starting out. So, and don't be afraid to share your goals and your dreams. Right now I'm sharing with everyone that when I reach my Mary Kay goals this year, we are taking a trip to Disney. I'm taking my girls to Disney. Of course, they're really excited about that too. So now the other thing is, at the end of my party, when I'm doing my group close, I like to do a little game with some tickets, and I give them a ticket for each question they ask about the Mary Kay business opportunity. So they're pretty much they're answering their own objections, right? And I share the whole entire marketing because they're asking me the questions they would want to know. And because of that, it makes having them sign up on the spot so much easier. So when I sit down with them individually, well, I do ask them, I have a little closing out sheet, and it says on a scale of 1 to 10, what would be your interest level in getting started? And they do share with me. They put their number down, and I see if they put a 6 or above, I ask them, well, I see that you wrote a 6. Do you have questions? Are you thinking of getting started? And they might ask me whatever question. And then I want to ask, well, if you were to get started today, what would be your reason? Or what qualities do you have that would make you great at this? And then I want to ask, well, is there any reason why we wouldn't want to give it a shot? And a lot of people at that point, they're like, well, no. Okay, great. Well, let's get you signed up. And I send her the link while we're sitting there, and she signs up. Sometimes I might like to offer a little gift if she's on the fence, just a little decision maker bonus, because I love to reward decision makers. Well, I hope that this was helpful for you, and I'm going to give you a challenge. I would love for you to reach out to 3 people in the next 48 hours. Share your heartfelt I story with them, what you're excited about, and also ask them if they were to get started in their wildest dreams, if they were to ever consider getting started, what would be their reason? And then I want you to ask them, is there any reason why we can't get you started today? Well, God bless you, and I can't wait to hear your results.